The story begins with a girl named Rena. Rena was young and very beautiful, but she was a little frustrated with her life because her mother Martha was always drunk, due to which he never paid attention to his daughter Rena. Because of his mother, he had to leave his studies midway. Here girls of Rena's age were enjoying their lives. Meanwhile, Rena was working at different places to earn money. Rena's lover's name was Ryan, and Rena lived with him in his house. Ryan knew very well what Rena was going through. That's why he loved Rena very much. One day he comes to a music concert with Rena. This concert was being led by a man named Norman. It was such good music that it had a very deep impact on Rena. She started listening to this music while sleeping and waking up. Rena's mother used to distribute pamphlets among people. Seeing Rena listening to music all day, he started feeling that his daughter was mentally ill. Thinking this, she sends Rena to a psychiatrist, and here from Rena's talk we come to know that Rena also sells her body to earn money. But after the doctor's persuasion, she promises him that from today onward she will leave this job and find some good work. Rena's focus was still on the same music. That's why she hides and comes into the same condition. Here he heard that music for the first time. This music had captured Rena's heart and mind. She is hiding and listening to music, and then a woman named Livia comes to her. Livia was the manager of this hall. There was going to be an interview for a receptionist here today. So Livia asks Rena, "Are you here for a receptionist interview?" Rena's focus was on music, because of which she says yes. But Rena did not know what to say next. When Livia asks her for her resume, Rena after some thought starts telling her a story, and after listening to her sad story, Livia gives her the job without any hesitation. When Rena tells this good news to Ryan, he also becomes very happy. Today was Rena's first day on the job, so a man explains the work to her very lovingly. Rena started enjoying this work a lot. Whenever she got a chance during work, she would go to the hall and listen to music. After coming here, she started feeling that she had been living a useless life till now. After some time, she comes to Norman's room for some work, where he is sitting near the window smoking a cigarette. He was meeting Rena for the first time, but he was talking to her as if they both were very good friends. Norman asks him, "How's your job going?" Rena tells that he is on trial right now. Hearing this, Norman started reciting to him some lines from a great book which was written about life. Norman's words were affecting Rena. After talking, Rena goes back to her work and Norman starts practicing. Rena wanted to meet Norman, but Livia tells her that he went home after practice. Rena doesn't believe him. She was anxious to meet Norman. So she comes into the hall and looks, but Norman is really gone. Rena's lover wanted to settle down with Rena, wanted to become the father of her children. But Rena does not pay any attention to his words. The next day when she comes to work, Norman gives her a book. Norman wanted Rena to read this book and tell him her thoughts. Rena started liking Norman in her heart. As soon as she saw him, a strange sensation started in Rena's body. So she started reading the book given by him diligently so that she could make Norman happy by sharing her thoughts with him. After reading the entire book, she comes to return the book to Norman. Norman was going out to eat, so he asks Rena also to come with him. Rena understood that Norman also liked her. Soon both of them come to the hotel of Rena's choice and start eating. During this time, both of them talk a lot about music. Norman tells him about himself, that "I was fond of music since childhood. People tried to stop me, but I never lost courage and fulfilled my dream." After meeting Norman today, Rena started loving him even more. After some time, when she comes home, she hears the voices of many people. Rena's mother was partying at Ryan's house with some of her drug addict friends. But Rena does not like all this. Martha was extremely drunk. As soon as Rena comes and sits next to him, Martha, being in an inebriated condition, starts abusing Rena. Her friends were creating a heated atmosphere, and seeing all this, Rena was getting very angry. Ryan bowed his head in shame. Whereas Martha said that "You don't have any time for your mother. You are wasting your time on a bad job." Hearing this, Rena gets so angry that she starts beating her mother. After which Ryan barely stops him. Rena was also angry at Ryan because he allowed Marth and his friends into his house. She came out of the house. She was feeling very angry, but she quickly started smiling when she thought of Norman. The next day, Norman held a party to raise funds. From the looks of it, Rena and Norman were talking to people. But the eyes of both were looking at each other. Seeing each other, a thirst started to arise in the hearts of both. In no time, both of them entered the music hall. After coming here, both of them first kiss each other, and then Norman starts banging in Rena's cave. When Rena comes home at night, she goes to sleep without talking to Ryan. The next day, Norman gives Rena his home address. Rena got her first salary today, with which she first buys new clothes for herself and then goes to Norman's house with beautiful flowers. Norman shows him the same book which he read to become such a successful person. After talking like this for some time, both of them started getting closer to each other. Within no time, both of them got so hot that they made each other, several times. The next day, Rena comes to know that she is going to be promoted after being impressed by her work. Meanwhile, Rena gets a call from Ryan. Rena's mother had tried to commit suicide. But this doesn't make much difference to Rena. Ryan tells him to wait with Marth, while Rena wanted to go back to her work. When Rena doesn't listen to Ryan, he becomes suspicious of Rena. After which Rena tells him that now I love Norman and not you. Ryan was heartbroken to hear this. While Rena went back to work. When he arrives at work, he learns that Norman has gone out to party with his friends at a hotel. Soon Rena reaches the same place. Norman was here to party. Rena wanted to talk to him, while bastard Norman was having fun with other girls. Rena also makes several calls to him, but to no avail. She waited for Norman outside the same music hall all night. She used to work here, and as soon as Norman arrives in the morning, she becomes happy to see him. Rena wanted to tell him something. Wanted to ask him something. But bastard Norman doesn't even look at him. Rena did not like Norman's behavior. So she comes to his room to talk to him. Rena tells him, I love you very much. I have also left my lover so that both of us can live together comfortably. After listening to Rena, Norman tells her that I am married and I also have a son. You are very good. The time we spent together was great, but I see I ain't leave my family for you. Norman's words shook Rena from within. But she doesn't say anything. She just starts smiling. When Norman rejects her, she returns to Ryan. But Ryan had already made preparations to throw him out of the house. He was very angry with Rena. He reminds Rena that I supported you when society and your mother rejected you. Even though Norman had distanced Rena from himself. But Norman was still on Rena's mind. Rena wanted to get Norman's love at any cost. So she gets well prepared and comes to the same bar. Norman used to come here often. Soon Norman also arrived there. Seeing Rena, he gets angry at her because due to Rena he had a fight with his wife. Rena had no place to live, due to which she spends the night on the road and comes to work the next day. Norman was now fed up with Rena. He tells Livia to fire Rena. When Rena does not agree to leave the job despite Livia's repeated requests, Livia is forced to ask the security to pick up Rena and throw her out. Now Rena had neither a home nor a job. He was getting angry at himself. But she does not lose courage. After several days, she composes herself and comes back to Livia to ask for a job. Livia even wanted to offer him a job. But he said that you have to talk to Norman once. Believing his words, she comes to meet Norman. Norman was extremely angry at him, whereas Rena just wanted to get her job back. She tells him that I have understood that hard work is the key to success. That's why I just want my job back. But Norman refuses because Norman had gotten divorced because of her. Norman first abuses him a lot and then plays modern music and says that if he dances well to this music, he will hire him. Rena was in desperate need of a job, so she takes up dancing. Norman likes her dance but refuses to give her a job and, as usual, sits by the window smoking a cigarette. Rena gets so angry at him for not getting the job that she pushes him down from the window. Norman died as a result of the fall, while Rena escaped from there. At the end of the story, Rena leaves everything and starts doing social service to help helpless children like her, and with this the story ends here. Thank you very much for watching our video.